Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, I'll stand in his fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we took that key crystal that we happened to find and used it in Arilu's laboratory, wherein we discovered her motivations for why she created the Whirlwind. We still don't know the exact reason that she thought creating the Whirlwind would do something, aside from possibly revenge, but from what we could tell, she had a child who was killed by the Inquisition, or whoever it was, or the witch hunters of Sarkoris. And she made some kind of promise. Beyond that, we don't know. Either way, for now, we need to head back to Dresden and report into the Storyteller. Also, a large pile of unsorted notes, drafts, and sketches of various arcane rituals. Magic researchers could potentially glean something useful from this material. And we can do it twice. I don't know why we can do it twice, but we are going to. That'll be the next thing after Pelur's Stargazers. For now, warp back to Dresden, please. Thank you. Head to the streets. Alright, we've made it back. Now then, Storyteller, I have some information and some more notes for you. I also have loot that I need to sell, but we'll take care of that after the Storyteller. Storyteller, I bring word from Kinney, your friend. His soul was being held by a Reshkagal all these millennia, but I helped him break free. He asked me to tell you that the warm, spiced wine you two used to share in the tower was the best wine he drank in his life. The Storyteller flinches.
Kinney, my friend! After all this time, I never expected to hear your name, to hear word from you. I didn't think this would still matter to me after so many years, and yet I am glad, touched, saddened. I cannot make sense of what I'm feeling. You remembered the wine. We oft-times sat there on the tower's balcony. I apologize, but I am not willing to continue this discussion. This is too personal. But I thank you for helping Kinney find peace.
And I have a page. Ah, more.
The purple flame covers my eyes. I cannot turn away. It follows my gaze. I cannot close my eyes. It will follow there too. The heart of the tower burned out my sight, and I am not sure I will ever be able to see my dear Galarian again. Wounded, groaning from the consequences of Earthfall, but no less loved because of that. Exhausted, I sit down on the cold floor of the laboratory. All my work was in vain. I wasted my entire long elven life looking for something that turned out to be useless. I didn't understand what really mattered to me. Galarian, such as it was before Earthfall, does not exist anymore. But there is another, new Galarian. A young one that is surviving, fighting for its life. By connecting it with another plane, I would have destroyed the new Galarian, making it an extension of the other plane. Instead of trying to save old Galarian, I should have helped the new one. I was supposed to preserve the memory of old Galarian, to gather the knowledge and heritage of the lost civilizations, and give them to the world when it needs them. For at some point it will rise from the ashes without any help. I believe this now, and deep down I always have.
So that's how you lost your sight.
Looks like it. I still see only this purple flame. After so many years, it has become quite dear to me.
You almost opened the Whirlwind.
You are right. It would have been a terrible crime against Galarian. A murder.
At the time, it was much weaker than it is now. It wouldn't have been able to resist the demonic invasion. Luckily, I was wise enough to stop before it was too late. Please continue.
Rise, elf. This is not the end.
The masterful voice seems to ring in my head. A silhouette of an angel appears in the flame. Purple flames are reflected in her gleaming steel armor.
She has no face, just two fiery eyes burning deep in the steel hood. Rise, elf, rise and bow to the will of Pharasma. The storyteller's voice changes subtly, becomes loud and adamant. Rejoice, elf, for the Lady of Graves has deemed you worthy. You pursued your goal despite the opinions of those around you, and even fate itself. But you managed to stay your hand once you realized your mistake. You saved Galarian from yourself. For this, the Lady of Graves wants to give you a gift. You will become her usher, an immortal psychopomp. You will take a place at my lady's side and become the keeper of history, not just for Galarian, but for all the planes. In return, Pharasma requires one thing. Tear up your bark-covered notebook. Let the knowledge you obtained remain a secret for many generations of Galarians after you. The storyteller gulps involuntarily. Pharasma herself sent her herald to me. For the first time in my life, I, the last Archmage of Kionin, who proudly looked in the eyes of demon lords, feel unsure. My hand feels for the notebook on the floor. My fingers run over the tree bark cover lovingly. I don't need eyes to recognize it. I know all its cracks and bumps. It's like my child, the only meaning of my meaningless life. I don't want to destroy it. I can't find it in me to obey the order of the Lady of Graves. You refused Pharasma herself. I did a stupid thing, didn't I? The last Archmage of Kionin was just a fool who had lost his purpose in life and then dared to disobey a goddess. If I were her, I'd have ordered the herald to destroy the deranged old man. Tell me about the herald Pharasma sent to you. The Steward of the Skein, warrior and herald of Pharasma's will. The Lady of Graves sends her to restore the balance of fates and also to pronounce a great prophecy. Her interference in the fates of the world is almost imperceptible. Only a few remember meeting her. Don't eternal life and serving Pharasma merit the destruction of such dangerous knowledge? The storyteller remains quiet for a long while, gathering his thoughts. My mind wants to say yes. I should have destroyed my dangerous notes. I could have ruined Galarian. But my heart says the opposite. For this knowledge is also part of old Galarian's heritage. I, a child of that lost world, created it in my reckless pride. If I want to preserve all of Galarian's heritage, do I have the right to choose which part of this heritage should be wiped out of history? Please continue. I am ready to undergo any punishment for my refusal, but the Steward of the Skein only looks at me quietly, as if pondering something. The knowledge in your hands must not see the light. This is beyond question. But my lady is merciful, and has agreed to make concessions. You will tear the pages out of your notebook, and along with it out of your memory. You will scatter the pages throughout the world, and your memory will be purged. You will be immortal but pure like a newborn babe. Use your new life to keep the memory of the fallen and seek the truth about your own past. As soon as you remember this moment, you will lose your immortality and will have to answer my question again. Will you choose to become a servant of Our Lady, or will you prefer to live out the short time you have left? I find no strength to answer, and only nod. The steward raises her hand, and we both find ourselves in a whirlwind. I see nothing but the purple flame and the glowing image of the herald, but the rest of my senses tell me we are rushing through many places. I hear seagulls crying and smell the salty ocean air, followed by the rumble of a raging volcano. The bracing wind of the plains changes to the dry heat of a desert, and then the blistering cold of a snowy mountain top. In each of these places I tear out a page and give it to the wind. It grabs the new toy from my hands and takes it far away to hide from me for many years. With every torn page I start to forget. What did I do in the Ivory Labyrinth? Why did I live in Elutionera, and indeed, did I ever live there? The name Kinney seems vaguely familiar, but I don't remember why it should mean something to me. Maybe it was my own name. Exhausted, I fall down on the withered grass. I remember this is how the woods of my home Kionin used to smell. My mind drowns in the darkness. I don't see the steward any longer, but I still hear her voice. Look for your past, elf, and gather the stories of Galarian, for this is your calling. I name you the Storyteller. When you remember this moment, destroy the dangerous knowledge that has once again fallen into your hands, and Pharasma will see you in her halls. And you, Falai Galasarn, help him with this. Help him make the right decision. The old man drops on his knees, his hands clasp the bark-covered notebook to his chest. His voice trembles. What should I do, Falai Galasarn? I've gathered the stories of Galarian for so long, looking for my past, and now I have found it. Should I accept Pharasma's proposal and be reborn, or refuse and die? Do we have to decide right now? I'm afraid so. I feel Pharasma's heavy, silent gaze. She is studying me, evaluating my decisions. She is waiting for my reply. Forgive me for burdening you with this and asking for your advice. What do you want? Oh, if only I could answer this question. It would be safe to assume several thousand years would be enough to make a single decision, but obviously the last Archmage of Kionin is also the most indecisive creature on all the planes of the world. I hear that. So then you got your name, Storyteller, from Pharasma. I suppose so. As for my real name, I remembered it. The name of the last Archmage of Kionin. An old, unwanted, unassuming name. It doesn't suit me anymore. I am the Storyteller, and I would like to remain so until the end of my days. What will happen if you accept Pharasma's proposal? I will die and be reborn in a new guise and join the servants of the Lady of Graves. The secret and dangerous knowledge of how to merge the planes of the world will die with me. I am free to live out the time I have left, the few years fate has in store for me. When they pass, I will die and then enter Pharasma's hall and give her my oath properly. What will happen if you reject Pharasma's proposal? I will stay here. I will keep my secret knowledge to hide it in the most faraway and safest place I can find. My age will catch up with me gradually, but I think I still have a few years to write books of the stories I have gathered, or tell them to someone who I will take on as an apprentice. As you see, any choice means a prompt death for me. But I am not afraid. I, having seen the death of thousands of civilizations and outlived time itself, know better than many what is enough. For the knowledge that is so dangerous, the knowledge of, effectively, how to create another world wound, to merge planes together, worse than the world wound even. In this case, I say accept Pharasma's proposal. You must destroy the dangerous knowledge. You are right. After so many years, I should have realized how dangerous knowledge can be. The pages in the Storyteller's hands crumble to ash. The elf raises his hands to his face as if trying to see the knowledge turn to dust, but then he chuckles and shakes the ashes off. Well, that's it. Now everything is over. I know my story, the one I yearned to know all these years, and that I had once hidden from myself. And all this is because of you. Thank you. You've given me the greatest possible gift. Myself. No reward can measure up to your merits, but still, please accept from me a grain of the knowledge that you've helped me to discover. Thank you for your stories. Alright. And so, that ends. I don't know if any of these have any information that I learn. I mean, I'll try it anyway, who knows. Probably not, but... And did I learn anything? I did not. Storyteller's knowledge.
The secret knowledge the Storyteller shared with you increases your caster level by 2 and provides a +2 insight bonus on saving throws against arcane spells. When making a knowledge or lore check, you always roll twice and choose the best result. Would be good if I was a mage, which I am not. Either way, we do have a load of scrolls. You can learn a lot of things. Ice Body. Caustic Eruption. Hang on, what is Caustic Eruption? Acid erupts from your space in all directions, causing 1d6 points of damage per caster level to creatures and unattended objects in the area. Each of the next 2 rounds... Okay, that's actually quite powerful, dang. Joyful Rapture, Horrid Wilting, Greater Shout, Power Word Blind, and you can learn Soul Dragonkind, Mind Blank, Caustic Eruption, Joyful Rapture, Horrid Wilting, and Greater Shout. Okay. Good things there. I do also have something for you. Greater Frost Dragonbane Hand Axe. That's better than the +3 Dwarven War Axe, I think. Yeah, I think. $15 to $34. Yeah, it's 100% way better. It is the best one you can get. Better than Crushing Cold. 100%. Although, this is also really good. It is +5. Cone of Cold spell is an 11th level wizard. Let's change that. That is actually... Hold on. That is less damage, and you don't do the cold. 2 more attack, and that's basically it. And the change in the crit range. And in addition, denied its dex bonus to AC. I mean, that's still pretty good. And it's Evil Outsider Bane. So Evil Outsiders are even better and do more damage. So you know what? I'll take it instead of Crushing Cold. Crushing Cold does do more damage flat, but it's... I think we're fine. I don't need the Kukri, I don't need Rushlight, so the rest of this we can all go sell. So, head down over to here. Wilsig Arms! I have loot to sell you. So, sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, that. Don't need those swords. And I think that's it. We have a bunch of scrolls we can put up top. And the rest of this we can probably put into storage. So, scroll, 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 and scroll. You go up to there. Aurelia Vorlesh's drafts I'll hold on to. The rest of these I'll put into storage. So, head back up to here. Should be an easy route. There we go, there's the Citadel. And up this way. Personal chest. Not holding on to the Mask of the Most Worthy. Just like the Mask of Nothing. So, I will note this small thing. The Mask of the Most Worthy and Mask of Nothing will change the ending if you have them in your inventory. All the more reason to not have them on you. At all. Alright, that said, you know what? I'm gonna try and just get days passing to try and get the last of, whatever it's called done. It should be easy. I mean, it's not like we have that much to do. Okay. The study of the Stargazer's observations made it possible to ascertain some interesting patterns in the life of the World Wound. Namely, discover a date when the connection between the two planes, Galarian and the Abyss, is the strongest, and energy freely flows both ways through the rifts. The date is the 3rd week of Gozran 4717. Okay, that is a ways in the future. And we get some Berlani Azadas. Let's go ahead and study Arilu Vorlesh's drafts. That's 14 days to solve. That's 14. Okay, go ahead, issue the decree. Military exercise, I mean, I guess. You are gonna go to this way, to Setsuna. And merge right in. There you go. You were moving up to join up with, I guess, Inquisitors with the demonic reserves. I find that ironic. And we have someone coming over here. So, Agaboya, you're going to go and clear these guys out. Should not be hard. Actual fight. Alright, this should be easy. Fireball. Okay, these are actually surprisingly tough. Alright, shoot the incubi. Shoot him again. Wait. We'll wait for them to do their thing first. Greater Fireball. Ooh. Very nice. Do it again, why don't you? Still very powerful. Okay, you can charge forward there. You can kill the Babaus. And the Shears. Almost killed, and now they're dead. Okay, decent enough fight. Okay, continue on, please. We've got another army that is going to be easy to slay. Let a day pass. There we go. Let them flee, and they're dealt with. Alright, Agaboya, head on back up. Thank you. We can summon Havoc Dragons sometime in the future. Skip a day. Skip a day. Defenders of Freedom, sure. Skip a day. All generals gain experience points. Summon a dragon. A chilling truth about one of Dresden's jailers has come to light. He secretly became a worshipper of Zon Kuthon, terrorized all the prisoners, and learned magic that allowed him to use his brutal punishments to leech the life force from his victims. We can punish the jailer, or encourage him. All units gain the terrifying feat. A stacking -10 penalty to combat morale. Evil? But I mean, that's pretty good. Not that it really matters. You know what will be good? Punish the jailer. The acolytes of Zon Kuthon do not belong in a sacred army. Seeing the jailer punished convinced the soldiers that they were right to follow the commander. Okay. Call the Azadas, sure. We got the Havoc Dragon, perfect. Call the Azadas. While we could summon, I don't care about them. You are going to join Odan's reserves. There you go, Havoc Dragon. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, you got a level up. Wrath of Life, sure. More armies. Quite a few. Okay, you can go and take care of this one. Just meet him in... Oh, you'll be able to take care of him easily. And dealt with. Okay, you're dealt with there. Setsuna, you've got 2 forces to deal with. Oh, wow. A force actually strong enough that they can fight us. How bold. And they're dead. Bold thought, but it wasn't enough. Okay, Setsuna, you are now going to need to go and meet up here. That'll be another day. Okay, we got the Bralani Azadas. Okay, dealt with. Now, head back on over to here. Bralani Azadas can go and join up. What do we got here? Many recruits are eager to serve under the command of a legendary reconnaissance officer who also eggs them on to accept death-defying missions. As dozens of soldiers have lost their lives trying to earn his approval, the other officers are asking the commander to intervene. Forbid him to egg on the candidates. All units gain prudent and not flanked. Encourage the officer's behavior. Recruitment growth for all trainable units from the archery and the stables increases, and units from the barracks get vulnerable. Assign the best warriors to the officers' units. 4 honor guards are recruited at the commander's headquarters, or send the officer to look for recruiters in Mendev. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases by 25% for 24 days. Huh. What does prudent do? Unaffected by flanking. That's actually pretty good. Forbid him to egg on the candidates. Recruits and weaker soldiers cannot handle deadly trials. Upon accepting this truth and giving up on the idea of serving in the officer's unit, the troops have become more cautious in battle, which has reduced overall losses. Okay. Recruit more of those. Skip a day. Head on back to your location. You're fine. Setsuna, continue on back. Meet up with them. More Bralanis. There's the Yama-Azadas. We could recruit more if we need to, which we don't. Yama-Azadas, go join in. Who did they join with? Yeah, Setsuna. Okay. Like so. And the Havoc Dragons. Do I really need to do any more decrees, in all honesty? Having meticulously studied the notes, scholars and mages have discovered that Aurelia Vorlesh was studying the connection that was established between the material plane and the abyss when the world wound opened. She arrived at the conclusion that the wound is an energy conductor of sorts, one end of which was fused into the fabric of the material plane, and the other one into the abyss, specifically, into the realms of Nocticula, Discari, and Baphomet. From this, a bold hypothesis suggested if one were to take control over the world wound and its energies, this individual would be able to affect both Galarian and these abyssal lands. However, such influence would undoubtedly be blocked by the masters of these abyssal realms, as they hold semi-divine power within their respective borders. Well, we can learn it again. Oh, summon more dragons. Call the Azadas again, sure. Playday of the Havoc Dragons, military exercise, and... The soldiers are concerned about the work of a suspicious clockmaker. He heals crippled fighters by implanting unknown and sinister-looking prosthetics into their bodies. The troops want to drive away the strange craftsman. Banish the clockmaker, take him under protection, or elevate him. I mean, reduction of losses is 100% great. Sinister or not, these prosthetics have allowed many to return to the ranks. Under the commander's patronage, the craftsman, who has turned out to be an academician of the Clockwork Cathedral, will continue his activities. Do I have to do requisitions? It's possible I might. Give me a moment. Okay, so it turns out I do actually need to do this, so cancel that. I do need to do requisitions, which sucks, but I don't have a choice. I don't like it. So, you know what? I'm going to end this episode here. Next episode, we're going to do a series of skipping days so that I can say requisitions are done and we can complete the last thing we need to do. This is annoying. I didn't want to do it, but I guess we don't have a choice. Anyway, that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chester44. I'll send in his fly. That is me. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, and I shall see you all next time.